Randy and I would like to welcome you to our channel, and I'd like to welcome you into my kitchen. Today we're going to make Southern fried chicken and old-fashioned corn pudding. That's an easy weeknight meal, doesn't have very many ingredients, and it is just awesome. Awesome sauce. All right, now to make old-fashioned fried chicken, all you need is some flour in a bag and some salt, pepper, and chicken. And to fry it, you need lard. You can use oil, you can use shortening, you can use whatever floats your boat, but if you want real Southern fried chicken, you need lard. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the corn pudding first so we can get it in the oven, because it does take an hour. And so we're going to mix it up real quick and get it in the oven. For your corn pudding, you're going to need just a little bit of minced onion, some salt, some pepper, a box of Jiffy, a can of whole kernel corn, a can of cream style corn, some sour cream, some butter, and 2 eggs. All right, now to start with, Jiffy cornmeal mix. It has been around since 1950. So any old cookbook from Southern Living or Good Housekeeping or My Little Church cookbooks, anything past 1950, if they're making corn pudding, they are putting Jiffy in it. Now, it's one of those things. It came out in the 50s and they put it to use. You know, it was cheap. It was like, started out at a nickel. You know, even in the 80s when I was raising my kids, you could still get like 5 or 6 boxes for $1. I mean, that was a really good meal stretcher, you know. But I tell you, my granny said that was the stuff they swept up off the floor and just put it in a box. She did not like Jiffy at all. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna put the dry ingredients in here. Everything's going in a big mixing bowl. Let's get those dry ingredients in. All right. And we're just going to sprinkle this because you really only need like 2 teaspoons. So we're just going to 2 teaspoons of minced onion. All right, and then we're just going to do salt to taste. I'm just probably a half a teaspoon maybe. About a half a teaspoon of pepper. I just kind of go round and round, and looks good to me. Now we're going to open these cans of corn. In goes the cream style. And I need to drain somewhere. I'm going to hold that thought. I got to drain the corn for the whole kernel. There we go. That was easy enough. Drop that in there. 2 eggs. Actually, if you have 1 grade A large egg, you really only need 1 egg. But these are my chickens and they're little. Make sure you don't do like I did and drop shell in there. All right, and a whole stick of butter. There we go. And around here we don't waste nothing, so let's get that. all off of there. And now we need 1 cup of sour cream. And that is, you know what, that's all I got. So let's just, that's what I had left. 1 cup. I love it when a plan comes together. Now we're just going to get that mixed up, all mixed together. Doesn't matter if it's a little lumpy. All you want to do is just combine it. So don't stand there 10 minutes mixing. Just kind of get it to that point right there. Really what you're doing, you're just barely mixing this. So like I would say 5 or 6, go rounds, you know, just combine it. You don't want to overwork it, you just want it combined. Now you can grease your pan one of 2 ways. You can go ahead and just use some spray, or you can rub butter all around it. But I've already put a 1/2 cup of butter, a whole stick. So I'm just going to spray it with this just to make sure it doesn't stick. That's all I'm doing. So that's what we're doing. Just spray that stuff. Now while we were doing this, I forgot to tell you, it's 350 degrees, preheat your oven so that it's ready to go as soon as you get it made up. And now we're just going to go just like that in a 2-quart casserole. Doesn't matter if it's round, square, oblong, whatever your favorite 2-quart casserole is. And there we are. All in. Now we're going to get it in that oven and we're going to cook for 1 hour. All right, now when you're looking for chicken to fry, these small pieces like this are going to be your winner. You know, nowadays with the, you know, hormonal chickens where the thighs are this big and the legs are this big around, you really can't fry those. You will never get that thing done inside without burning the outside and ruining your chicken. So what you really need to do is look for small, normal sized chicken pieces, and then your chicken will be awesome. Right, we're going to salt it on both sides, and we're going to fairly liberally salt it so that it'll go all in there. Or you know what, let's go ahead and pepper it, and then I only got to move it once. Now you can really add any kind of seasonings at this point that you like, but traditional fried chicken is done this way because they didn't have access to a whole lot of spices, so they didn't really do that. It was salt and pepper. But like I said, you can add garlic, you can add paprika, thyme, oregano, really anything that fancies you. You know, you really could. You can make it all your own. Just throw you some Italian seasoning, you don't even have to separate it. Just good to go. And the way Granny told me to always just keep like a couple of cups of flour in a Ziploc bag in your fridge all the time. And then anytime you want to fry something, it goes right in there. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to drop this chicken in this bag. Going to close the bag. And we're going to shake. Now all my chicken is going to be coated. And then when we take it out of the bag, We're gonna lightly shake, we're gonna shake it and get a lot of that off because we just want a light batter. All right, we're about 30 minutes in on my corn pudding, so now I'm gonna start my lard to get it hot. Let's get this thing hot. We want it on high, just like that. I'm gonna slide that pan. Look at my pan. This is one of the ones that we just redid. It looks like I just bought it, and I've had it, I probably had this one 30 years or longer. I probably had this longer than 30 years. Now I got to get it to have that nice black sheen that it used to have before I cleaned it. But it'll get there, it'll get there. All right, my lard is hot, and I know it's hot because I'm bubbling. So we're gonna get that chicken in. And we're not gonna do anything fancy. We're just gonna pick that chicken up, smack it on the side of that Ziploc bag, and drop it right in. And we're gonna drop them skin side down. Skin side down. I'm not sure why that's important, but Granny always said, make sure when you start your chicken that you start it skin side down, so I always have. Take that flour that you used, roll that Ziploc bag up, close it, stick it right back in the fridge. Okay, it's time to flip, and I know it's time to flip because on the top I'm starting to see browning, which means the bottom side should be good and brown. So let's see. Yep, see there, nice and golden brown. See there. Nice and golden brown. We need to do that to the other side. Okay, we're at about the 45-minute mark, and I'm starting to get a really nice pretty brown on the outside. So I'm going to do the toothpick test in the center and see if I'm done. And I am. So it didn't take quite an hour, it's more like 45 minutes, but this is a toaster oven. You just have to do the toothpick test and check it. Just reach in there. And we're gonna set it right on the stove top. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give my chicken one more flip. See, look at that brown. We're gonna look at that, nice, beautiful golden brown. Now I'm gonna give it 2 or 3 more minutes on that side, and that'll give me 5 or 6 minutes to let my corn casserole start to cool a little bit, so it'll be ready to serve. Okay, it's time to get my chicken out. I know it's time to get my chicken out because it's floating. So always make sure you have enough oil or lard that you can make sure it's done by the fact that it floats. And I'm gonna have to use paper towel to drain mine with. And my granny always used paper bags. She saved paper bags when she went to the grocery store, and then she used those. But y'all know paper bags are like, you can't get those anymore, so paper towels got to work. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make fried chicken, and if you like that one, I'm sure you'll like this one up here that Randy can link up there in La La Land. And I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, share, buy us a coffee. See you next time.